Lessons. This is Mr. Westbrooks, educator, astronumerologist, and co-host of Unread Book Review with Nick and Rue. Let me put y'all up on this new ebook series that's here to educate our people of all ages, especially the youth, about our collective power, both historically, presently, and beyond. Voices of the Diaspora, written by Knowledge Born Allah, is unique in that it takes the traditional e-reading experience and infuses it with audio recordings, revolutionary songs, and revolutionary music videos. Some of the topics include stories about Black entrepreneurs, stories about Black women who have shaped our world, and stories of Black innovators who've impacted the field of STEAM, plus much more. If you want to know more about this series and what it has to offer, check out our Unread episode featuring Knowledge Born Allah, who was also the founder and host of Do the Knowledge Radio. After the interview, go log on to dotheknowledgeradio.com so you can get your copy of Voices of the Diaspora so that you, your family, your community, and your world can be inspired by the stories of visionaries shaping our future and honoring our past. Thank you in advance for your support and continue striving to be the best version of yourself. Peace.
Peace and blessings to the family. Welcome to another episode of Knowledge Radio, place where Knowledge is born. Your host, Knowledge Born Allah. I have a special guest here who's normally on the other side with the microphone in his hand, bringing us stories of success, stories of triumph, stories of sacrifice, and stories of the Islamic world from a very myriad of perspectives. We have a executive in the entertainment industry who dedicated 25 years of his life to help breaking careers and having people realize their dreams. A masterful real estate mogul as well, someone who brings all of the worlds together in regards to excellence. Now giving us a snapshot into the successes and triumphs of brothers and sisters of the Islamic faith here weekly. So it becomes my honor and privilege at this time to introduce some to others, my brother and CEO Haqq Islam, the Oasis. He's an oasis in the desert for us. You understand what I'm saying? Welcome here to this platform, Haqq Islam, one who is an advocate for this true way of life. So, welcome, my brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Peace to the gods and earths.
Peace. Glad to have you here. I think I binge watched everything that you did, from the snippets to everything that's available on your channel. So I just want to start with a vote of thanks for creating a positive atmosphere in a climate and environment that has jaded perspectives, in particular in regards to Islam. So may Allah reward you for your laudable efforts in that arena. I mean, so out of everything that you've done, what was the trajectory that brought you here to this present point where you're highlighting and showcasing to the public this particular podcast in this dispensation of time?
Peace to the gods and earths again. I just got tired of watching all of the negative descriptions and depictions of Muslims that were in the media.
Right.
So rather than just continue to watch us being looked at as terrorists and some wild-eyed, no knowledge having savage person.
Right.
I said, let me showcase the brothers and sisters that I know, the brothers and sisters that are behind the scenes, the brothers and sisters that I don't know but respect, because we have a rich, diverse culture. We have
Yeah.
brothers and sisters who are CEOs and just in every portion of your life. And I wanted to showcase those brothers and sisters as a counterpoint to the narrative that's constantly being pushed about us.
That is beautiful.
Brothers and sisters in sports, brothers and sisters who are educators, brothers and sisters who are politicians, poets, comedians.
Yes.
We cover every aspect of life. So I just want to highlight those careers and also help, serve as an instruction to young brothers and sisters who are Muslim and interested in pursuing a diverse community of options as their career goals, So they may have never seen a poet, a Muslim poet who makes money through their art, a Muslim author, a Muslim politician, Muslim comedian, So I wanted to showcase them to say, hey, these brothers and sisters actually exist.
Very beautiful. I saw the interview with Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Right.
And I remember being a young Muslim at the time in New Jersey in military school. So at the same time that Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was going through his situation with the NBA, I was going through a similar situation with military school. You could imagine in this military environment, there was no countenance for one who didn't have the demeanor as far as saluting the flag. I didn't have it, so I was singled out for a lack of better words, and some of the brothers and sisters that were there that were with me, because we only give honor and praise to our Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth. You're telling me about a flag. I'm like, I didn't have it. I never did it, and I won't. So it was very problematic at the time. So, you had one brother, Abdul Mahmoud Rauf, and he's being, kind of targeted. But at the same time, you got a brother who's fasting during the month of Ramadan and winning NBA championship, Hakeem Olajuwon. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a sharp contrast in regards to those things. So his interview was very, thought-provoking, as well as all of the content that you have created in those perspectives, a myriad of perspectives, so much diversity in one particular path or way of life. So, again, thank you for that content. So you blessed in the music industry. Some of the names of the people we loved, 90s R&B, I think is largely responsible for a lot of the children that are running around here. And one group in particular, Dru Hill, I think there's a bunch of, children and now maybe grandchildren because of a group like Dru Hill. So how did you get your start in the executive space of the music industry?
Well, I started when I was in junior high school in New York City. Me and my cousins started a rap group called Divine Sounds. And that was, we were in junior high school, just messing around, playing at house parties and stuff. And then we started to grow and do, events in the New York City area. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Howard University, and while I was there, I started to produce concerts. Hip hop was young, so I did concerts with Public Enemy, Ice Cube, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Method Man, Biggie Smalls, just about everybody that you can think of that became household names. But at the time, I do concerts on the Black university and college campuses, you know, and I would come home and I would watch Russell Simmons. I saw Def Jam evolving.
Right.
And then I said to myself, I could do that. So when I was in graduate school, I started a record label called University Records. And I was in Washington, D.C. And I signed Dru Hill, Mya, and Cisco. I met them all when they were in high school, and it took me about 3 years to get a deal. And my first deal was with Interscope Records.
So what was that pathway like, traversing the industry, having the faith that you had? Was it a difficult journey, or was it an easy sort of transition for you?
You mean, how did Islam impact my music? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It really, not directly. We just produced music because music is a part of our culture. One thing Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said is, don't abandon your culture for religion. You know, so music is a part of our culture as African Americans or West Africans or North Africans. So it's a significant part of who we are. Right. You know, we express ourselves, our spirituality through our music, you know. So we went into the studio to make great records. That's all that we were thinking about. It wasn't anything deeper than that, you know, or more spiritual. I got a lot of support from the Nation of Islam, you know, from Minister Farrakhan all the way through to the FOI, the captains, and the ministers around the country, because Minister Farrakhan saw an ability to communicate. I had worked closely with Public Enemy, and Minister Farrakhan saw the ability to communicate a message through the music. My mentor in the music business, who taught me the business aspect and how to find great talent, was, and still is, Kenny Gamble, who had Philadelphia International Records. So I was blessed to have great Muslim mentorship. You know, for all those that know, Kenny Gamble is Muslim. Right. You know, and his Muslim name is Abdul Haqq, you know, Luqman Abdul Haqq. So we bonded on various levels, and he taught me the business. He taught me how to produce. He taught me how to find great talent. I owe everything to him. So in that respect, Islam and music worked hand in hand, because Kenny Gamble was my mentor. Was and is my mentor.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So what, if you had to pick one or two takeaways from your time in the industry, what would they be?
Takeaways in the music business?
Yes, sir.
Well, creating is what should keep you alive. You know, as a man, we're born to create. And when you stop creating is when you die. And sometimes what happens is that the world snuffs out who you are. But everyone here has a gift. You're born with a gift. And the world is supposed to help bring that gift out of you. But the world in which we live sometimes snuff that gift out. So it's your responsibility to find that gift, nurture that gift, and help it to grow so that you can give it to the world.
Beautiful. Now, how did you get into the real estate game?
One of my friends from Howard University, two friends from Howard University, we started a development company together. So we built houses, we built apartments, that type of thing. It was just something that we are doing to just build wealth and help our communities. And the reason why I'm very cavalier about it is because this is something that we all should do.
Right.
The earth belongs to the original man.
That's it.
And brother, obviously you can hear what's going on in the background.
Of course.
Right. So we're supposed to choose for ourselves the best part.
Right.
We should all create a home for ourselves. So nothing that I do is outside of the realm of knowledge and reality of everyone who's watching. You know, you are born to create. So create. You are born to have some of this earth. So get some. You are born to have a business, take care of your family. So do it. It's that simple.
It is. And that was the promise from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right? Money, go home, to friendship from all walks of life.
All to life. So practice that. Brother Haqq is your brother, not above you. I'm just an example for you.
So what was your pathway to Islam?
I was introduced to Islam as a 5%. My original name as a young man in high school was True Mathematics. And then somewhere along the way, I developed a very deep and profound relationship with Minister Farrakhan. And while I was at Howard University, I was also a student leader. When I hit Howard, I was True Mathematics. And when I left Howard University, the minister had given me the name Haqq Islam. So that was the path. My love for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has always been supreme. You know, I think he's the greatest leader that the black man and woman has ever produced. You know, Minister Farrakhan has had a direct impact on my life, and the ministers in the Nation of Islam, two in particular, like one that I consider my second father is Brother Akbar Muhammad. And when I was in school, there was a brother named Dr. Abdul Alim Muhammad, who was in Washington, D.C., who was also had a very profound impact on my life. And another brother that I was pretty close to, may Allah be pleased with him, is Brother Khalid Muhammad. You know, so these are all the people that help me, you know, continue my path to Islam and become the man I am today.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you were to explain this way of life that you embarked on for most of your life to somebody who's never heard of it, how would you do so?
My way of life regarding Islam?
Yes, sir.
It's my way of life. It's my deen. It covers every aspect of me, my very being, my social, political, economic, and spiritual thought is all wrapped up into Islam and its practice and my belief in the Holy Quran and its traditions and my desire to fulfill my life with with Islam and proper instruction, and learning and becoming a better man, better being, all of these things are wrapped up and codified in the book known as Quran and all the associated hadiths and everything that goes along with being a Muslim.
Beautiful. What is one message you want to leave with the world when you're no longer here in the physical?
Well, brother, I hope that I can make a more of a contribution to the onward march of civilization before I expire. You know what I mean? But,
Right.
I just hope that I'm able to be seen as a brother that made a contribution to the onward march of humanity by giving knowledge, giving wisdom, giving understanding, promoting Islam, promoting brotherhood, treating my fellow beings with respect, and making sure that I look out for those behind me by giving knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to those that come after me. Each one teach one.
That's it. That's our duty, right?
That's right. That's our duty.
Right. So, last question for your podcast. Where would you like to see it go? How would you like to see it grow? And, who are some of the people that you have coming up that you can share with us that we can tune into?
Brother, I would answer that question by saying, tune in. We're going to go nationwide with our interviews at different locations. We're going to go worldwide with our interviews at different locations. And the guests will be beyond your wildest imagination, because there are many people that are Muslim who people don't know are Muslim.
Right.
They're not very forward about their practice. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to blast them out yet, but you'll be surprised, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with some of the guests we have lined up and some of the places we're going to go on the earth.
That's beautiful. Yeah. One shocked me, was our brother D-Lay. D-Lay's been here a few times. He's a good brother of mine. Like I said, I know him as a vegan and a vulgar, but I didn't know him as a Muslim. So it was a pleasant surprise. But
he's a great example.
Right.
He's a great example of someone that but didn't know was Muslim. Right. And there's so many more. So I know when D-Lay popped up as a guest, you were like, I didn't know he was Muslim.
Right.
And there's many more that you're going to see that's in the hip hop community, just in your face, Right. And you say, wow, I didn't know she or he is Muslim. And they'll be on my show.
That's beautiful.
Alhamdulillah.
I love the work that you're doing and the opportunity that you're providing. Everyone gets the opportunity to share their gift, to share their talent, to share their skills, but more importantly, to share their story. That first ayat that was revealed to Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was Iqra bismi rabbika a'la, reading the name of your Lord. You know what I'm saying? So that ability set off a charge and the spark for those who weren't hip to get hip and begin that process of renewal and reformation to get right within. So your platform provides us an opportunity to remove the scales from our eyes and this misnomers from our brain in regards to what's real and the day and time and what must be done. So I thank you.
Well, brother, I thank you. Thank you for, flipping the dial on me, because I'm usually behind the mic asking the questions.
Right.
So I wanted to support you in any way that I can, brother. Come on your platform and do the knowledge with you.
Right. That's our mission,
Stand
our
on
goal.
that
And that's it. So you got a final word before we close. Again, thank you for your time. Honest to you, honest to your guests, and honest to your platform.
Brothers and sisters, please support my podcast. Just go to it, follow us, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, the oasispodcast.com, or my IG platform, Haqq Islam CEO or Haqq Islam Oasis, where we're going to give you messages that we hope enhance your existence and give you some information that will allow you to move forward in your business life, your professional life, and your life of Islam.
So thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. And thank you for your jewels. My brother, honest to you and your family. May Allah protect you all and give you the righteous reward in this life and in the next.
Thank you, brother. And to your audience, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
Did you know Islam is the fastest growing religion on earth? With more than 2 billion followers, a median age of 23, and an average of 3 children per family, this number is projected to reach 3 billion by the year 2060. Assalamu alaikum. This is Haqq Islam, host of the Oasis podcast, where we have interesting, insightful, and creative conversations on the impact of Islam in music, art, politics, fashion, technology, hip-hop culture, and so much more. Join me for a new episode each and every Thursday beginning April 11th. Available on all podcast streaming platforms.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them that in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to
motive
the
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.